If you're looking to move to Alameda and you want a newer home, you're not going to find many options on the main island. Bayport is one of the newer neighborhoods in the main island of Alameda, and it's right next to Alameda Landing. It's built around a park and a school, and it's one of the only places on the island where you can buy a newer home as opposed to a 100-plus-year-old Victorian. It sounds perfect, but there are real cons here that nobody talks about. So in this video, I'm going to give you the honest pros and cons about everything you need to know before you buy a home in Bayport. I'm Kate McCaffrey, and I've been the #1 real estate agent in Alameda since 2014. After over 1,000 home sales, I've learned a lot about what buyers and sellers want when moving to Alameda. So what exactly is Bayport? It's roughly a 450-plus home development that was built on the former Navy base on the west end of Alameda. It was built in the 2000s, and it's one of the newer single-family neighborhoods on the main island. No century-old plumbing waiting to surprise you, no tiny floor plans, no foundations that need a six-figure project just to keep standing. If you've ever toured Alameda and thought, I love this city, but I don't want to inherit someone else's 100-year-old fixer, Bayport might be the answer to that question. Now, if you'd like to explore some of the other newer development neighborhoods in Alameda, right near Bayport, there is also Bay 37 and Alameda Landing. So those are some other newer construction developments that you could check out. But what I will say is that Bay 37 and Alameda Landing are newer than Bayport is. For some people, that might be more attractive. But one of the things that I think is great about Bayport is that you've got all of the established landscaping that over the last 20 years that Bayport has been here has really filled out and really makes for just like a tree-lined, beautiful streets with big mature trees that just really make it feel like a bit of a more established neighborhood compared to some of the other newer developments. Okay, let's talk about the pros because there are a lot of them in Bayport. Starting with the homes themselves, you get newer construction. You're not dealing with Victorian era plumbing or knob and tube electrical. The closets are bigger. The conveniences are modern. The maintenance load is just way lighter than it would be if you're buying a Victorian on the main island. And a lot of these floor plans have a main level bedroom with an ensuite, which is something that buyers ask about a lot. Next, price per square foot. You're gonna pay less per square foot here than you would for a classic Victorian. So if you're chasing space, Bayport is going to stretch your dollar further than most of the places on the main island. Then there's the commute. The Alameda Ferry to San Francisco is right over here. And if you're going to Oakland, you've got the Webster Posey Tube right here. If you're driving anywhere else, the freeway access to the 880, 80, and 580 are super straightforward. Right next door to Bayport, you've got Alameda Landing. And you're right at Target, Safeway, In-N-Out, Chipotle, Orange Theory. And you've also got Crown Memorial Beach a short walk away, as well as Spirits Row with all of the distilleries and the breweries. And you just don't have to really drive across the island to just really enjoy your life here. So when buyers come to me wanting a newer home with everything close by, this is the neighborhood that I show them. First, the lots are smaller and the homes are closer together than what you'd find in classic Alameda. So if you're moving from a Victorian where maybe the houses sit back on their lots more, you're gonna need to recalibrate as Bayport is denser. Second, parking is tight. There are rules about it and there are areas for fire lanes. And so in terms of there being guest parking, sometimes it takes a little bit of planning. Third, Ruby Bridges Elementary sits in the middle of the neighborhood. And that means that at drop off and pickup time, the streets can get a little bit busier. Otherwise, there's really not much traffic at all. And fourth, the Bayport neighborhood is part of an HOA. So if HOAs are not something you're willing to consider, then Bayport may not be for you. An HOA isn't inherently bad and it isn't inherently good. It's a structure. The question you have to answer before you buy is whether that structure fits the way that you want to live. If you like predictability in a neighborhood that looks taken care of, you'll love it. If you want to paint your house purple, this isn't going to be the place for you. So who is Bayport actually right for? In my experience, it comes down to four things. One, you want a newer, lower maintenance home and you don't want to project manage a Victorian for the next 10 years. Two, you like the predictability of a planned community. You'd rather have rules and consistency than mystery. Three, your commute matters. And the ferry to San Francisco, the tubes to Oakland, the freeway access, all make Bayport a great place to live if you need to commute. Four, if you want shopping in a park within minutes of your front door and you don't want to drive across the island to grab a gallon of milk, then you're right across from Alameda Landing. If you nodded at all four, then Bayport belongs on your short list. If you're thinking about moving to Alameda, click the link in the description to reach out to our team. Or if you'd like to watch more videos about Alameda, click here.